community station for the Staffordshire Moorlands and beyond.
Matt Hill on Moorlands Radio.
So we're next up in the studio, a couple of guys that are far too young to remember the 70s. We've got Louise and Gavin. Morning.
Morning.
Okay, nice to have you with us today. Now, I've covered Dave's show occasionally, but I've not met you pair before, so it's nice to meet you. Thanks for popping in. I do believe you're a regular on Dave's show, Gavin.
I've been in a number of times.
It's
always a pleasure. I always get a cup of coffee when you come in the door, which helps at this time of the morning.
Have you had any ginger nuts? Have you had any biscuits?
I haven't. No.
You haven't? I'll tell you, you can't get. Hang on a minute. Let me get the ginger nuts. There we go.
I must have offended them the last time I was here.
There you go.
Thank you.
Would you like a ginger nut?
No, thank you.
I'll tell you, I don't know. More for me then. More for me and you, Alistair, now. So back down to business. We're talking work clubs, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Now, tell me what it's all about then, Louise. How does it work? What is a work club?
So a work club is basically, we've run 3 work clubs in the community, Leek, Cheadle and Biddulph, and they're there for anybody that lives in the local community who wants help with looking for work, volunteering, training, moving forward, into the world of work. We run short courses, we have employees that come along with vacancies, we can help with CVs, letter writing, online applications. We can do in-work benefit calculations to show people how much better off they'll be in taking a job.
Yeah.
We can help with claiming of benefits. The full one-stop shop, really.
I was going to say that's the word I was going to use, a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
It seems like you do a lot. So
we do.
So you were just saying off air as well, you don't necessarily have to be out of work. Maybe you want to change your career.
Yeah, you can be there for absolutely anybody. You've got people that are attending that are working part-time and want to work full-time, people that are on 0-hour contracts and want a full-time position, people that are in a job that want to change a job, people that are just finished university or just finished college and want to look at that next step. So, the age range that we work with is 16 to, we've got somebody attending who's 71. So, it's there for absolutely anybody at all.
Because it can be daunting, can't it, being out of work?
Yeah, very daunting.
We've all been there. You lose your job or things aren't going quite right, and it's a minefield. I mean, what to do? Do you search on the internet? Do you go to the job centres aren't there as they were, so you're basically there now.
Yeah, we're just there in the neighbourhoods, on the doorstep for people to help them, to point them in the right direction and make sure that they're claiming the benefits that they're entitled to and that they're moving forward into the right direction to move back into work and sustainable employment. We want people to go into sustainable work and stay in work.
And we've got some great statistics here. You've helped over 350 people to find work and get into employment and training.
We have, yeah.
Wow. That takes some doing, that does, Alistair. Gavin, sorry. It takes some doing, that doesn't it?
Definitely. I've been... excuse me, I have a bit of a sore throat today. The work clubs have been absolutely phenomenal, and it's over the last 4 years, 350 people.
Yeah.
You think of the economic situation during that time, it's been a really
it must have been a tough time.
Really difficult time. There's been job cuts all over the place. A lot of people have come to Louise after being made redundant from different local businesses and so on, and it's been absolutely tremendous to see the turnaround in their lives. So the confidence they've got, first of all, from whenever they first step through the door, it's such a welcoming environment, and then as they progress through the different training courses Louise makes available for them, gets them ready for the job, and then gets them into sustainable employment, as she says. Your housing group have got some tremendous incentives to help both the employer and the employee, which I'm sure Louise can tell you more about.
We have, the work clubs are there for everybody in the community. They don't have to be your housing group tenant to attend the work club. However, if they are one of my tenants, we have got some really good financial help for them at the moment. So if they go into work, we've got something called the Interwork Fund that's there basically to help to remove any barrier to work. So that could be clothing, travel, childcare, training courses. There might be something specific that they need to take that job. We can fund that for them. We can help them when they start to work for the first 3 months into the travelling expenses to get to that job and stay in that job. And we've also got something called the employer subsidy now, where if somebody starts to work 16 hours a week or more, the employee can claim £2,000 towards the cost of the wages
Because there is that common misconception, isn't there, sometimes, oh, I'll be better off on benefits, I can't afford to work, and you're obviously there to say, well, hang on, that's not the case.
Yeah.
You're entitled to this. You know, just because you're working, if you're on low income, or let's say, you're still, it doesn't mean your benefits stop completely, and you get no help, you're on your own.
Basically, I am there to make sure that people don't just get a job, but sustain in that job, and that they're claiming everything that they're entitled to before they start to work, and to help the journey, the transition from benefit into work can be quite a tough one.
Oh, no,
So my job is to make that as smooth as possible. We've got a very good links with the job centres and the local advisors, and, you know, we make sure that we work together to keep that person in that job.
And if I could just jump in on that one of the most powerful ways that's demonstrated is in the domino effect. Whenever Louise has helped somebody get into a job, then you get their brother, their sister, their mum, their granddad coming. Somebody gets a job. Through getting the job, they can go and get a car. Then you see people come from the same street, knocking on the door. They want it.
So it's like, oh, I want a bit of that. I want a bit of that.
So it's a real positive bit of peer pressure when people can see it in real terms. So we're not, not in terms of national statistics. They're seeing people in their lives, in their families, in their communities, having their situation turned around for the better, and that's probably the best case that could be made for them.
And I think because we're in the neighbourhoods, and, you know, the work clubs are all like 10 till 12 in the morning. We do Cheadle 10 till 12 on Tuesday, League 10 till 12 on a Wednesday at Support Staffordshire, and Biddulph 10 till 12 on a Thursday at the Brick and Biddulph, and Cheadle's at Hammersley Hayes House. And they're the same venue, same time every week for 50 weeks of the year. So you've got that continuity there as well. You know, there's the same staff.
Somebody over the phone, you can't make that connection sometimes, can you?
No,
online?
You can't. And a lot of people don't have, you know, internet access, and they don't know how to do emails and CVs. And, you know, they come to work and we can show them all that, and we make them very friendly, very informal, but very productive.
I suppose it's a good way to build confidence as well. Because you get to meet people.
It's lovely.
If you're listening today, Louise and Gavin, they're lovely, they're very friendly. You know, Gavin's sitting in munching away on his ginger nuts, and you're really approachable, aren't you? You know, you're really friendly.
Very.
And that's important, because sometimes people are scared and intimidated, aren't they?
And at the end of the day, it could happen to absolutely anybody. You know, we could all be in that situation, so we just make sure that we give people the right advice and help and assistance and, you know, confidence to move forward.
And just remind us of the venues again, if you will.
So we've got Tuesday, we've got Hammersley Hayes House in Cheadle, that's 10 till 12. Wednesday, we've got Support Staffordshire and High Street and Leek, 10 till 12. And on a Thursday, it's Biddulph Resource and Information Centre on St John's Road in Biddulph, again 10 till 12.
And you like a challenge, don't you? I mean,
I do.
Would you say is there a job out there for anybody? If anybody wants to work,
if people come to see me and they want to work, then I will help them to get a job.
Is that you'll make it your mission to find them work and get them where they want to be?
Yeah, and you know, people are always better off and happier in work as well. Definitely.
It gives you a sense of well-being and a bit of pride, doesn't it, as well, being out there earning a crust and supporting your family.
And meeting new people, and you know, it's great.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll leave all this information at the Moorlands Radio reception. If anybody wants any more information, have we got a phone number we can give out to?
I've got. What I'll do, I'll leave you some leaflets and posters and everything with all the information.
Yeah, and if we want to give a number out on air, the best number I would say would be to ring our reception at Eaton House.
Yeah.
And we're on Leek 01538 380 600.
So Leek 380 600.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks very much for coming in this morning and chatting to us. And we'll leave all the information in reception. If anybody wants to give us a call, we'll pass your details on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All the best, have a great morning, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you.
Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.
Moorlands Radio. We're the radio station that loves where we live.